Hey, everybody. Welcome to our first live stream on Facebook Pep Rally, but our second Pep Rally ever. Welcome. We are here. We are so excited that you guys are here joining us, and we are live on my favorite social media platform, Facebook. How's everybody feeling? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Feeling good. A lot of cool stuff happening tonight. We are live on Facebook with some of my favorite Facebook supporters. They are on the call. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Pep Rally. We have exciting stuff going on tonight. The most exciting thing is that we are giving you guys a preview of my brand new song, Breakthrough. We have the producer on tonight to talk to you about the production of the song, Mr. Adam Searin.
Yeah.
3 special guests tonight, so don't miss out. Kick back, relax, pour yourself a glass of wine, and join us for our relaxing live stream right here on Facebook. So thank you guys so much for joining us. So before we get started, I think we have a saxophone solo to kick it off with Mr. Chris Schaffner. How's it going, Chris?
Let's go. Great. Thanks.
Hey, cool hat, by the way.
Hey, thanks.
And cool shirt.
Actually, Amy Lewis picked that hat out.
Hey, show us the cool little button on the side.
Is Amy here today?
Turn your head a little bit more and show them. Amy Lewis calls this a conversation piece. It's a Mercedes-Benz. Well, we have Chris Schaffner.
What'd you like to hear?
The Pep Rally kickoff song.
Oh, yeah. Yay!
Mr. Chris Schaffner joining us tonight. Thank you, Chris. You're amazing. For those of you who are, it's your very first time joining us on a pep rally, the whole point of the pep rally is obviously because everybody's home. We are trying to create a positive, feel-good space for people to just relax. We love Waldrup Worldwide, and we want y'all to just hang out with us and have fun. So we have a great show for you tonight. I have learned a ton about Zoom, and I have my very, very favorite friends. Everybody say hello. My Facebook supporters on with me tonight to support me and to do our Waldrup Worldwide cheer, which we just made up. So before we get started, let's just kind of go over what's going to go on. So what we kind of want to do tonight is just share some light, share some inspiration. And I remember when I first found out that 16 shows were canceled. At first it was 12. And then it leaked into 16 shows that were canceled for me and the band. And obviously Chris knows we were very upset about that. But when that happened, I felt like the only thing that I could really do is just share light and play live music for people online. So that's what we're doing. And we're going to do it every single Wednesday. Waldrup Wednesday is going to be 5 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, we're going to do Waldrup Wednesday live right here and do a pep rally. So I want to share with y'all some things that I thought were really exciting and kind of a cool thing that I really enjoyed. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share with you a video that I think you'll like. This is a lady that is 100 years old.
You want some ice cream, Jojo?
Cody, please be quiet.
You like strawberry shortcake?
It's so loud. And that's what we want to do, y'all. We want to make people's day. So shout out to Josephine. She is over 100 years old, and she is going to inspire us in this moment. So we wanted to bring someone in who had lived long enough to never live through this before. And so we decided to pick Josephine, and we are thankful for her testimony, and we have her story coming up next. But first, I want to share with you a little bit about the program director, Miss Emily, who has put this whole thing on. So I know we're all trying to make a difference and inspire. So let's hear a little bit more from Emily.
We are a senior living community in Warren, New Jersey. So we have about 112 residents right now. And as you all know, everyone is quarantined and currently quarantined to their apartments, they are extremely small. So we do the best we can, and I am the activities director there. So we do FaceTime calls to their families. We do have happy hour every day. So from 3:30 to 4:30, we go around with the cart, and they do have their wine and beer, and we give out treats. We just had an Easter parade with their families. So they drove around our community, which is a large, beautiful community on a mountain. So all their families had posters out the windows and their grandkids out the windows. So they got to look out their own windows and see their families. Unfortunately, we can't touch them or hug them like we normally would to show our love to them. So it is hard, but they're doing their puzzles and they're having all their conversations with all their friends that they met there via FaceTime and the phone. So we're trying to keep them busy. But the last thing we did before this all happened was a big sock hop. And we got everyone together with sock hop, and we had cutouts and they put their head through them. So there's a lot going on. Just this time is really difficult, especially for our senior population, but we're making do with everything going on. And it brings us all together. And so in a way, it's a blessing in disguise. It's still an awful time, but I think families have realized now that we need each other more than ever.
And I think that's just a really amazing story. Thank you, Emily, for joining us. Thank you for sharing that. Obviously, we're thankful for everything that they're doing. And so now what I want to do is share with you Josephine's beautiful video. I love this video. I have it saved on my desktop. I think it's so special, and I'll watch it any time that I go through a hard day. And I would like to share that with you now. This is Josephine's 100 years of advice to all of us, especially the ones that are feeling like this is super overwhelming. But this is what Josephine has to say.
My name is Josephine Fitzsimmons. I just turned 100 July the 23rd, and if I live till another July, I'll be 101. Enjoy your health as long as you got, because it's very, very important. And I'll take one day at a time and live it to the fullest. So have a good evening and nice talking to you. Bye.
I just love that video. I think that is so awesome. I think that's kind of exactly what all of us are trying to, understand. There's so much that's shifting. I come on here live and I act like I got it all together, but the truth is that we also lost a ton of shows where our business, our lives are affected in a way that is overwhelming. But we have the internet and we have all of you. So we're very thankful for that. So, in a normal situation, I would say that this is not normal. You would not play a brand new song for people that you'd never played before on a live stream. But for me, I feel like this song right now is really applicable. I feel like it fits people's moods. So I thought I would play this one for you tonight. Each week I'll play a different song, just kind of based on what I feel like that morning. But this one I think is really special. I just recorded this week in the studio. There were only 4 of us, so don't get mad at me. But we did go to Music Row, and I remember when I drove down to Music Row on Monday, I remember just getting there and it just being so desolate. I've never seen Music Row so desolate. And I was excited to be able to track a song. And it was almost like all of the energy of Music Row was just right there with me. So this one's called Missing You Like Crazy. And honestly, it's funny because it's almost like I wrote it for you guys, and I did, but I didn't realize that it would be so perfect for this moment. So I am missing y'all. I wish that I was on stage, but I'm not. But this one's for you tonight, and let's all pretend like I am on stage. I watched a live stream the other night and I really felt like I was there. So I'm going to play the song for you as if we're live at a gig, wherever you live. Just pretend like we're in the middle of Iowa. And this one's called Missing You Like Crazy. I love my job and I love the people that come out to hear my songs. Night after night, never gets old, everybody's singing along. I get to touch my lucky star like so few ever do. But none of this would have happened if it hadn't been for you. I'm just missing you like crazy tonight. Every minute, every second, oh baby, all the time. You know, to me, you're my whole world. Right now, I just wanna be your girl. Yeah, I'm missing you like crazy. Missing you like crazy tonight. Yeah, we'll rendezvous on the telephone. We'll talk for an hour or two, and we'll lose track of how many times we'll say I love you. It's gonna be hard to hold back my happy to hear you tears. As long as everything's okay with you, everything's okay here. I'm just missing you like crazy tonight. Every minute, every second, oh baby, all the time. You know, to me, you're my whole world. Right now, I just wanna be your girl. Yeah, I'm missing you like crazy. Missing you like crazy tonight. Ooh, I'm missing Chris Schaffner right here on the saxophone part tonight. You know, to me, you're my whole world. Right now, I just wanna be your girl. Yeah, I'm missing you like crazy. Missing you like crazy tonight. Thanks, Chris. Like crazy tonight. I'm missing all y'all tonight. That is a song for the people. I love you guys so much. I'm missing every single one of you guys tonight. Obviously, we love y'all so much. And we are just, first of all, thankful that we can go live to begin with. How's everybody doing? Everybody cool? Is everybody doing all right? Well, if you just joined us, this is Karen Waldrup, and we are on our very second, sorry, it's not our first. We did one last week, but it was a little bit of a test one because we were not able to go live on Facebook. We were only able to go live on YouTube, which was totally fine and totally great. But unfortunately, we were not here on Facebook with you guys. So if it's your first time seeing us, what we're doing is we are just bringing Waldrup Worldwide together. As you can see, we have 2 screens of people hanging out. Everybody say hello to everybody out there on Facebook.
Hello.
We love you guys, and we are all in this together. Obviously, we keep saying that over and over, but it's the truth. So thank you guys for joining us on our second pep rally ever. We're going to do this every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, worldwide, for anybody who wants to be a part of it. So thank y'all for joining us. So we have a couple more guests. I want to move into the next segment of the show, which I think you guys will really enjoy. Let's talk about last week. Last week, we had the coolest week ever. We had Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week. Now, I know what you're thinking. Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week, what is that? Well, let me tell you. So last week, what we did was we went live and we told everybody to dress up. So what we did was we said, everybody dress up on a certain day in a certain theme. And so each day there was a different theme. So I want to highlight our winners of the Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week, which some of them are on live with us tonight, and some of them are watching on Facebook. So no matter where you are, I want to highlight these people and I want to thank them for winning their day. So let's get started. Waldrup Wednesday Spirit Week, or Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week. I can't keep it right. The very first winner, y'all, was Miss Holly Blake. Woo! She won for Make You Smile Monday, and she wore the funniest outfit that definitely made me smile, and it was the Queen of the Opera. Keep saying Opry because I keep dreaming about playing there, but one of these days I will. Congratulations to Holly Blake. She and every other winner are getting their Karen Waldrup fun pack in the mail, just a bunch of cool stuff. CD, 8x10 photos, headbands, everything you could possibly need, koozies. Everybody needs a beer koozie. It's coming in the mail to you guys as our winners. Congratulations. And Team Tuesday was our very own Bobby Jones. Now I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I do prefer the Saints, but I did not only choose Bobby Jones because of the Saints, New Orleans Saints, go Saints, who dat, but more because I just thought his video was great. So go check out his video and then you'll see that he really deserved to win because his video was over the top. Waldrup Wednesday Western wear was Bob Smith, ladies and gentlemen. He's live with us right now, Mr. Bob Smith. He rocks. He is the man, and let's spotlight him right now and get him to say a little something, something. How's it going, Bob Smith? Uh-oh, we may have lost him. Guess that maybe wasn't a good idea. Okay, well, he's no longer on, but that's okay. How's it going, Michael? You doing good? All right, we got Leon on. We got Johnny Black on. We have all kinds of other people on, but for some reason, for technical difficulties, have lost Bob. No big deal. We're moving on to the next winner of our amazing Waldrup Worldwide Spirit Week contest, which I know you're curious who Thursday's winner is, but don't be curious for too long. Throwback Thursday is Miss Sarah Williams. She's a Texas girl. She is a Karen Waldrup fan, and she chose Karen Waldrup for her hat and t-shirt today, which I think is super cool. Thank you for that. And then on Friday, we had our big winner, Miss Devin, and she chose Karen Waldrup for her hat and t-shirt today, which I think is super cool. There you go. And then on Friday, we had we're so thankful that all these people participated in Spirit Week, obviously. And the whole point of Spirit Week is obviously to highlight the new music. And then on Friday, so we have brand new music that just came out on pre-order, you guys. Go check it out. It's available now. Breakthrough is a brand new song that just came out, but before we talk about Breakthrough, we want to talk a little bit about an inspirational idea that I think you guys might enjoy. I was thinking about all the people who are going through hard times right now, and I was thinking about all those people and how their lives are affected, and I thought, why not highlight one of the people that I know that have the most perseverance. If you're watching right now online, then you are also going through a really hard time. We all are, every single one of us. I was just talking to my sister before the call, and we were just talking about all the challenges going on. So we're going to just take a minute and highlight my friend Matt Overton. Matt Overton played with the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's a friend of mine, and he was kind enough to share his story. And here's a little bit more from him, and this is Matt Overton. Check this out. Sorry, somebody's calling me. All right. people need to stop calling me or I need to turn my phone on mute. One of the two. But anyway, this is a story that I think is really nice.
I come from a football family, and football's in my blood. And so at a young age, my dream was to play in the NFL. And I mean, really, to condense the story down, really, it coming out of high school, had no scholarship offers. I went to junior college. And so junior college is equivalent to the show that you see on Netflix, Last Chance U. And so I played there for 2 years, and I got a scholarship out of Diablo Valley College in California, and went up to Western Washington, a small Division II school just north of Seattle. And at the time, I was a defensive end and linebacker, and I had a special God-gifted ability to long snap, which is the upside-down quarterback. So hopefully everyone knows what a long snapper is, but I'm essentially the center on punts and field goals, and I have my head between my legs the entire time, and I snap a football 15 yards. So that's what I do, and not a lot of people can do it, so that was my ticket to the NFL. But coming from a small Division II school, I didn't have a lot of NFL scouts knocking on my door or coming to scout me, so I just had to go after it, and I had to go against the odds. And again, I'm just trying to condense the story, but really, at the end of the day, it took me 6 years after college to finally play my first NFL game. Between my draft year and my first year as an Indianapolis Colt, I spent time with the Seattle Seahawks and played in minor leagues and got cut and released and from so many different teams. And then finally in 2012, God brought me to Indiana, and I made the Colts roster and played here for 5 years. And then I played the past 3 years in Jacksonville for the Jaguars. Indianapolis, where I met my wife. That's called home. I'm a Hoosier at heart, and we found our way down to Nashville too. And so, I mean, yeah, it's been just a testimony of perseverance. And so when I share my story, there's a lot that goes into the details of it all, and just all the ups and downs, but an incredible journey, and really it comes down to perseverance and faith, and just allowing God to navigate me through all the things that He wanted me to experience along the way. And so, yeah, it took me 6 years to finally make an NFL team, and I was a 26-year-old rookie when typically most rookies are about 21. 22 years old, so I was a little bit more mature coming in. But I mean, I think that really helped me prolong my career. And I'm currently a free agent, so I'm praying and preparing for another opportunity, and let's see what happens. But life is good, and along the way, I want to help mentor kids and share my story. And I know the country music biz pretty well, and I know how hard that is. So it's one of those things where you just got to keep on grinding and take any opportunity that comes its way, because really there's no opportunity that's too big or too small that can't help you in some way, or you meet someone special along the way that really becomes a intricate part of your journey to help you either connect to somebody else or a door that opens along the way. So I have a lot of buddies that are in the country music business, and I enjoy listening to their stories and how you go from the small little podunk bars in the middle of nowhere to sold out arenas. So it's a pretty cool parallel story between athletics and music. I went, like I said, I'm from a small Division II school, so the expectation coming out there wasn't really high. Not a lot of guys got the opportunity to play at the next level. So, like I said, I have a special ability with long snapping. So, I mean, I went to the Seahawks right away after my draft year. They picked me up, and then they say the NFL is the acronym. The acronym for NFL is not for long. And I lasted my first time with the Seahawks. I lasted 3 days, and I got cut after my third day. Wow. And I was devastated. I went back to school, finished my degree, which was great. And then fortunately I played in the Arena League. I played in the United Football League, which is equivalent to what the XFL is now. And so between college and my first year in Indianapolis, I was playing and doing everything that I could to stay relevant. But yeah, it was definitely, there was times where, I was broke, had no money, had to go find some odd end jobs through Craigslist or anything I could pick up, construction working. So definitely humbling beginnings. And but then whenever I'd get a taste of the NFL, man, it just fueled me to keep on going.
Yep.
And man, I look back on my past, and there's signs from God along the way that I knew that He was in it all the way, and He was teaching me something along the way. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska for a little bit, and I never thought, a California kid, what would ever take me to Omaha? But I was there playing and training, and then that led me to Indiana, and I haven't left. So I'm like, I haven't gone back to California to live. I just go to visit my family and friends. But and then I never thought, after I got released from the Colts, believe it or not, Jacksonville was the last team I ever wanted to go to, because they were a division rival team with us in Indiana. And so every time I played in Jacksonville, there was like no fans. It was hot. It was dismal. It was depressing because they were never winning. And my first year in Jacksonville was 2017, and that was the first time in 10 years that we'd made the playoffs as a team, and we made it to the AFC Championship. So I got to be there at a special time. So again, like, those are just God things, like I set me up there for a reason, and it turned out way more incredible than I ever thought I would have experienced, and spent 2.5 years there, and again, built some great relationships, experienced something new, living in Florida. That was great on the beach. So good experiences there. And then now I'm a free agent again. I've been in this position before. Now I'm a little bit older. And so I'm just hoping that one of these NFL teams comes knocking on the door of an old veteran and needing the veteran service. So I'm staying in shape and training in Nashville right now. And I got some good friends and guys that I can train with right there. And like I said, the weather's nice down there right now. So my wife and I really enjoy it. God just put it in my heart to keep on fighting, and again, using the story as a testimony to help other people along. I'm going to be 35 this summer. I never thought that I'd be playing a kids game at this point in my life, and so blessed to do it, and love it. And use my platform to help others and do positive things. And so what you're doing with this pep rally is pretty cool, and I'm just thankful for joining in.
And I think, what he said is just so perfect and is so spot on. I know there's a lot of people watching right now all over the world that have to remember to keep fighting. And that's the message. I wake up every single morning and I'm like, I got to keep fighting. I got to keep believing. I got to know that one day we're going to hit the road again. One day we're going to keep on going. But, until then, we have Waldrup Worldwide, and what you guys have done for me during this time, you have taken all of the burden off of the hardship. And I appreciate y'all so much for that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate that, and we're going to sing our Waldrup Worldwide Pep Rally song. We're going to do it every single week for you guys tonight. Every single Wednesday, we're going to do our song. And no matter where you are, sing along. All you have to do is repeat after me. So here we go. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are. Who we are. Go tell them. Go tell them. Waldrup Worldwide.
Waldrup Worldwide.
Waldrup
Worldwide.
And if you can't hear us,
If you can't hear us,
Worldwide Pep Rally song. Woo, 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 woo. we are trying to make people's spirits lifted, and my friend Tiffany Bearden had this idea to do a pep rally every single week. And so we are going to do it every single Wednesday night. I know y'all are used to Waldrup Wednesday. I don't know why I didn't think of it to begin with. I thought about Friday. I don't know. That's not even my jam. Wednesday is my jam. So every single Wednesday from now on, instead of just having a video at 5 o'clock, you're going to have a video at 5 o'clock. You'll have just enough time to have that glass of wine, and then you can join us here live at 6 o'clock for a brand new pep rally every single week. And we are excited about doing that every week. But what I'm most excited about, and I know we were excited about the little song and the little pep rally and the cheer, but I really am honored. I am so excited to share with you one of my best friends ever. He is the producer of Breakthrough. If you didn't know, it's on pre-order now. Go download it now, pre-order. And then also you can get it on May the 1st, which is just awesome, to have that. So this is the room that we wrote the song in, which is not true, but it looks something like this room. And now we are going to welcome my friend, my dear friend. I love him so much. My dear friend, Mr. Adam Searin. How are you, Adam? Can you hear us? Let me go ahead and
I'm
unmute.
muted. Oh, hey, what's up, girl? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you
Can you
tonight?
hear me? Is this thing's on? Look, y'all, it disappears. Look, it's like magic. See, it's like, oh, the chameleon. It's like a chameleon mic. It just kind of does what it wants to.
Where are you? In a dance club in the middle of LA?
No, that's just a little download that I downloaded from the Googles. Let's put it on here. It's thing. You can change your jam. You can do whatever you want on Zoom. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. Like, I don't know. So we can go to the beach if that's more comfortable for you. But I thought this is kind of a neat little trick. I learned how to put the beach inside my chest. Look, now I got waves.
Oh, wow. You're just really doing amazing.
That's right. I got waves on my Japanese.
Look at you go. Look at you go.
Yeah, it's very NASA. That's what this says. It says NASA. I know most of you knew that already, but it does. It says NASA. Anyway, what's up, girl? How's it going?
I'm so glad to have you on tonight, y'all. Before I introduce him, I want to share with you guys that Adam Searin is not only one of my best friends, he's like my brother. He produced Breakthrough. He co-wrote Breakthrough, and he played every single instrumental track on Breakthrough. Adam, you are so awesome.
Thank you.
You are so innovative. You are so intelligent. I even called Adam today and was asking him some questions about everything and technical stuff, but he's been my go-to right-hand man all these years. We've played bars together. We've done workouts
Crawfish
together.
bowls, girl. Crawfish bowls.
Crawfish boils together.
What was it like on the roof of like a parking garage somewhere in Texas?
It was a rooftop.
Oh my gosh.
It was a good rooftop. It was
amazing. Like, it was the best thing ever. And the guy looks over at me, he goes, man, you don't really know how to do this crawfish thing, do you? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, let me show you how. And y'all, I've been like a crawfish beast ever since.
See?
I just break them, take it out, get me my tail, wiggle it around, whatever.
And I have a photo of you from that moment. And I think I played the entire next set by myself because you were eating crawfish. But that's okay because I've had plenty enough crawfish in my life. But what we want to talk about tonight is I want to share with y'all about the co-writing and the production on this track. I want to share with y'all that it's available for pre-order, but that also it's coming out on May 1st. And when you get to hear it, I want you to know the man behind it. Adam is a beats guy. He is a track guy. He can record, he can create music like I have never experienced. He has so much great stuff. I'll post a link of Adam's stuff so y'all can check it out. But Adam, what I really want to know from you is how did you feel, when Jessa and I walked in the studio that day, and it looked a lot like this room that I put the background up. But this is
that's
really
actually
kind of
really impressive. That's kind of impressive that you found that.
It looked a lot like this. So what I wanted to ask you is like, how did you feel that day when we walked in and you had Jessa and I, and we were writing Breakthrough?
It was pretty cool. I mean, I feel like the song came pretty natural because I feel like you said, we've been through a lot. We've seen a lot of things. We've seen a lot of like great times together as friends and family. But we've also seen a lot of hard times, friends, family. And I just think there was just like this vibe in the room, that's kind of my thing. I always tell people that the song isn't the words you write, it's not the melody you sing, it's the energy that you translate in the room. So and I really felt like it was there, like we bring a lot of life experience to the table when we come together to write. And I thought it was important then, but it's incredibly important now. And I feel like it's really easy to talk about like pressing on and like breaking through when it's like everything's all right. You're not losing $1,000 a week because none of the venues are open, or you're not worried about your next mortgage payment, or you're not afraid to go to Walmart because you're afraid you might like get sick or something. So now it's like we're in this place just as a country where everybody that you see is facing a hardship that is just unimaginable. So, it's really relevant. It's super important because, it's now is not the time to quit, and my wife tells me this every day. It's a time to break through and come together, right? So with that said, I felt like in the room, I feel like when we sit down, we were sitting down to write this song, it was just really cool because I really felt it in my heart and my spirit. I knew we were going the right direction. And again, I feel like we really wrote something for the time then, and we wrote something for the future that's especially important for now.
We had no idea.
We didn't know, but I think the center of the heart of the song is true. Put the past behind you and just be determined to break through, and and trust in God and know that God is good. And though we don't understand everything that's going on, we know that there's power in love. We know there's power in forgiveness. We know there's power in prayer, right? And friendship. And so it's really reassuring to know that we're not alone in this. But at the same time, it's great to be able to like turn this song on because, I hate to say it, y'all, but I've listened to this song about 1,000,000 times in the studio. So I've already got it. And I just put it on repeat sometimes. I just listen to it and it still speaks to me. And it's not that weird because, Karen's singing it, not me. So I can put it on repeat and it still encourages me. And I know that you guys are going to love it when it comes out. And I hope that it touches your heart and inspires you as much as it inspired me and Karen and Jessa to sit in there and write it, but it came pretty quick, right?
It did. Well, and I want to share kind of my angle of it. So I remember when we walked in the studio that day, I had been at the YMCA in Green Hills. That's where I work out typically, except in quarantine. But I had been working out and I was in a workout class and we were doing these squats, And I'm telling you, in the middle of the workout class, there's like 30 other girls and I'm crying in the front and I'm doing these squats. And I'm like, I heard it. It was like, breakthrough. And I'm doing these squats and I'm crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And we had that writing session that afternoon, Adam. It was that afternoon. And I remember walking in and I knew that you were smart enough and musically gifted enough that I did not need to know the key. I knew that I didn't need to know anything. I knew that I just needed to sing it. And I'm telling y'all, I was not halfway through with the word breakthrough when Adam was over there like, got the key. He's tracking it. I mean, it was like, bam. I mean, it felt like it was no work. And I think sometimes when it comes to creating music, sometimes that's when it's best, is when it's just grooving. And I mean, literally we walked out of that session. You remember that day you had laid the beat down? It was done. I mean, we walked out that day and then now here we have the final track and you did such a great job mixing it, producing it. It's just awesome.
And I remember like sending in a million different versions. Like we did this one version, it was cool. And I was like, hey, this is awesome. And then I was like, wait. And I do this all the time. Like I'll pull up the session. I'll be sitting somewhere like at
So
Starbucks, with my headphones on, and I'm like, ooh, let's try this. And I must have remixed this song a million times until it was finally just this thing. I think we even cut the vocals twice, right?
yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
We even cut the vocals twice because it was just like, you know what? Like let's do this again. I think we could do better. And I'm just super proud of where it ended up, and what we came up with. And again, sometimes even when you think that you have it all together and you've got the thing right, sometimes you just got to break through just to get to the next level. And I feel like that's what we really did with the process of the production and everything. So I'm super pumped, y'all. It's gonna be good.
Well, and I'm really glad you said that too, Adam, because this is something I actually forgot about until this moment. And this is really when you have a real friend in music. So I wanted so badly to record this song, so badly, but I was having a little bit of a cold. And so I texted Adam. I'm like, Adam, I think I have a little bit of a cold. I'm not sure if I can record. And he texted me back like a very wise thing. He's like, well, if you can't record, then we'll just reschedule. And I'm like, no, we're not going to reschedule. We're going to do it. Blah, blah. So I went to the steam room. I drank tea. I had cough syrup. I had cough drops. I mean, I literally did every last thing you could possibly do to restore your voice. And what happened, Adam? Tell your side of the story.
Yeah, she gets there and she's like, and I was like, Karen, you can't destroy your voice right now. I mean, all them people on the internet, they're gonna be so upset when Karen Waldrup, as Karen Waldrup was, because you tried to sing and you wasn't in good condition. I said, girl, go get healthy. We got time. We'll do this whenever we need to do it. And it was just she came back and just killed it, y'all. She just nailed it, and it was amazing. And it is amazing. Like I'm really, again, I'm really proud of you. I think it's amazing. And I'm really glad where the song ended up. So
yeah, and I'm really glad we talked about that too, Adam, because that was one of my favorite musical moments. Was when you looked at me, I'll never forget it, and you said, you got to come back, girl. You sound really, I mean, you knew my voice so well, and you knew the health of my voice so well that you were like, just come back. And you didn't make me feel bad. Liam was super sweet. Y'all were both super sweet. It was one of the most graceful musical experiences I've had, and it wasn't right. Like, it was breakthrough. I should be on, I should be ready. And I was trying so hard. I remember I left her house. I called Chris Schaffner. Chris Schaffner, you were there. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
I called Chris Schaffner on the phone, Adam, and I said, Chris, you're not going to believe it. I just left the studio. I tried so hard. And Chris, you were also so graceful. Just everybody was like, hey, you're not perfect. You're going to go through these moments. But for the other artists out there and the singers out there, no matter how strong you are, no matter how much you work out, no matter how much vitamin C you drink, you're going to have down days. And that was a down day for me.
Well, and you have to be smart about it. I mean, it's your voice, your health. You know what I mean? Like, one of the great things I think about like everything shutting down is that there's a lot of artists that were on the verge of like losing their voices. They're on the verge of like losing their health. And the thing is that like you can't say like, hey, I can't play these gigs because my voice isn't healthy, because you can't afford to do that. But when the rest of the world shuts down with you, you get a break. You get to stop and rest your voice. And so, the thing is like we'll play shows again. We'll get out there and do live things again. But I think it's really important for artists and fans, like people who are watching this right now, who are performers, like give yourself the time that you need to heal, because you're never going to be your best if you're killing yourself to make a product. Look, there's always time, so take your time and make it amazing. You know what I mean? And I'm really proud that we were able to do that. I don't know. To me, I can't push somebody to do something if I know it's going to hurt them, especially if That's absolutely right. He just said, it's your instrument, Karen. That's right. Your voice is your instrument.
I
If
know
you lose your,
sometimes I
you know
feel
what I'm
like we
saying?
forget that. We just expect it to be on all the time. But breakthrough, like literally, Adam, when I tell you, I don't really remember the day we actually tracked the song. Like that, I lost that. But the day that I tried to track it and we couldn't, I will never forget. Ever. I will never forget that. I'll never forget the grace that you added to my life and the honesty that you gave to me. You were like, Karen, you're my friend. And I just felt so guilty. I'm like, I wasted your time and you even warned me not to come unless I was ready. And I just want to thank you for such a great track, for pushing me and for not settling, Adam. So
Well,
thank you.
I've gotten fired many times. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. But I've been fired so many times because I went in and I thought that I could do it and I couldn't do it and I wasn't honest with myself. And unfortunately, the people that I was working for were just like, they were like, hey, you get one shot and that's it because we're so cool. And, we can't sing, but, we're going to fire you and we're never going to use you again. And so, unfortunately, I've had experiences where I didn't find that kind of love. And so, I just feel like, hey, like as a friend, family, we're family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna steer in the wrong direction. And I mean, shoot, it's so funny because a lot of the people that are doing really well right now and putting out records, remember, like we knew them first. We knew Steve Wolf when he used the BlackBerry that had the little trackball on it. Does anybody remember those old
Oh,
days?
shout out.
Yeah, Steve Wolf. I mean, the Lovers, the Building, the Beer Cellar. I mean, Karen and I used to hang out in Nashville, like, and play. Like, we played 5
Tell the
restaurants a
stories
week.
about us hanging out in Nashville. All right,
Oh
that's for the
my
after
God!
party.
Karen was like, Adam, I'm gonna do some things. I'm gonna do some big things. I got meetings. And I was like, Karen, are you getting paid? She was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna go because I need to go get paid. And Karen's like, well, I'm gonna get paid later. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do something big. And look at you now. You're doing Waldrup Worldwide. You're killing it. I love 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 it.
Thank you, Adam, for
So,
saying that, and thanks
heck
for
yeah,
remembering that because that was that's the truth. We kind of grew up together in this town, really,
well,
Adam.
you broke through, Karen. I mean, I
Well,
remember
now,
how many conversations have we had about like how real the struggle is for like musicians and artists. You're like coming up and everybody, they want your music in the films. They want your music at the bars. I mean, we opened Karen. Oh, look, Karen and I were the first act, one of the first acts at Whiskey Row in Nashville. The Whiskey
yep.
Jam contacted us directly. Well, they contacted me and they were like, hey, we want you to start this thing out. We're going to give you the worst shift on Thursdays. And we want you to make it something amazing.
Being the best gig. That was so
And
fun.
it ended up, we turned it into, I used to call it the Whiskey Row Arena Show because Karen and I would show up acoustic with a drummer.
Yeah.
And just these people like in happy hour would be going nuts.
Yeah.
But again, they want us to go out there and do these things, these big things. They don't ever want to like compensate us for it or pay us for it. And it's just amazing because Karen. One thing about Karen is like you cannot stop Karen. Like Karen was like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. 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 I'm gonna do it.
Doing it. We don't
And
really care
we're
what
doing
anybody says. Who's coronavirus? I didn't even met her. I don't even know coronavirus. I've
I
never.
don't know.
But anyway, thank you so much, Adam, for being here with us tonight, and for everybody who's here watching. Thank you for watching. I do feel a little bit of a calling to share light, to the world right now.
Yeah.
I know that everybody is going through their own version of hardship, and we have our version, but then we look at other people's version, and that seems different. So we are here to share light with y'all, make you feel good. Hopefully the pep rally weekly, it's going to be every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. But I will tell you that not all of the weeks will be as fun as tonight because we had Adam Searan tonight sharing the story about producing this song. But every week we will tease you with Breakthrough until it finally comes out on May the 1st. So I want to celebrate with you guys right now. So before we bring the party in, we want to highlight everybody's on the call. So y'all make some noise. Let me hear you. Let me see you. Say hello. We got Johnny Black on with the dog. We got Arthur. We got Bobby. We got Sarah Williams. Got Julie Phillips is on. Michael Parker. Leon Snay. We have all these awesome people that are on just to encourage you guys. And this is the moment where we want to really shine for y'all. We are going to put on a silly moment. We're going to play Breakthrough. It's just a peek at it. You have to go and you have to download it. But go download it tonight. It's called Breakthrough, and it's available now on pre-order, and it's going to drop on May the 1st. So get ready, Waldrup Worldwide. Here we go. We're going to start dancing here. Everybody get their pom-poms ready. And what we're going to do is we're going to share a little bit of Breakthrough with you, just a little. And then we're going to close it out. But before we close it out, we just want to say, if you're out there and you're going through a really hard time, we are here for you. Waldrup Worldwide is a family, and there's another 500,000 people out there going through a hard time, 250,000 people, 1 million people, everybody. So be a part of what we're doing. Message somebody, message us. If you are really going through a tough time where you feel like that you cannot break through, please message our team. We are always here for y'all. We love y'all. And here's Breakthrough. Thanks, Adam, for the most wonderful track. We love you. Here it is. Let's party!
Breakthrough.